This is WGAL8 Brainbusters, our 20th season. We're here at Studio A, where all crew, players, and audience members are fully vaccinated as we follow strict COVID protocols.
From Studio A, this is WGAL8 Brainbusters. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our show. Over the course of our tournament, we have met 24 teams of high school students, and today it narrows down to 4. We have Carlisle, who will challenge Cedar Crest, and then coming up on the next Brainbusters, it's Lancaster Mennonite, who will face off against Trinity. This means we are just 2 games away from presenting $10,000 in prize money from WGAL8 Brainbusters during our championship finale. Now, don't worry, everybody's a winner here. Both of these teams are guaranteed at least $1,000, but first place will walk away with $5,000, second place $3,000. So there's a lot at stake. So we have a lot of work to do. Let's get started now with today's opening round. We have 10-point questions and one big brainbuster brought to you by Turkey Hill. Players, viewers at home, here's our first question in the first of our playoff games. George Washington was the first U.S. president. Who was our first vice president? Bennett.
John Adams.
He's the one for 10 points. To a chemist, it's a mixture of phosphate and carbonate of lime with a little gelatin. To a biologist, it's a secretion of certain bivalves. What is this precious gem? Sam.
A diamond?
Not a diamond, no, sorry. Dervla.
A pearl?
A pearl is correct. It's also called hypertension and is the leading cause of heart disease. Dervla.
High blood pressure?
High blood pressure is the more familiar name of that medical condition. It's a multi-sided solid whose sides are all planes, typically more than 6. What 10-letter word describes such an object? Bennett.
Polygon?
Not a polygon, no, sorry. Danny.
Polyhedron?
Polyhedron is correct, and that gets Cedar Crest on the board for 10 points. It's the longest national border in the world, 8,893 kilometers. What 2 countries does this border separate, Sam?
The U.S. and Canada?
You are correct. LASER is an acronym. What does the R stand for in laser, Bennett?
Radiation.
Radiation is correct. Pilot Paul Tibbets named his B-29. Danny?
The atomic bomb.
No, sorry. I'm going to complete the question for Carlisle. He named his B-29 after his mother. One wonders how she felt after it dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima. What did Tibbets call the aircraft, Bennett?
Enola Gay.
You are correct. Since March 19th, 2021, William J. Burns has served as director of this agency. Former directors include Leon Panetta, David Petraeus, and John Brennan. Which agency is it? Bennett.
NSA.
No, sorry, incorrect. Cedar Crest, Sam.
The CIA?
CIA is correct. He used P's to determine the basic laws of hereditary. Sam again.
Mendel.
Mendel is the monk and scientist who helped the foundation of genetics. And now it's time for the big brain buster brought to you by Turkey Hill. For 10 points and a gift certificate for Turkey Hill ice cream for everyone on the team. His theme for the first 100 days was GSD, Get Stuff Done. Who was sworn in? Sam.
FDR.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm going to complete the question for Carlisle. Who was sworn in as the second black mayor of New York City on January 1st, 2022? Bennett.
Eric Adams.
Eric Adams is correct. Congratulations, Carlisle. White billiard balls and white tops of piano keys were replaced by equivalents. Morgan.
Plastic?
No, sorry. I'm going to complete the question for Cedar Crest. Were replaced by equivalents made of plastics. What is this hard white material from the tusk? Danny?
Ivory.
Ivory from the teeth of animals that is now banned to trade altogether. The first U.S. president was named George. Our current president, of course, is named Joseph. What name is the most common first name? Sam?
John.
No, sorry, that's incorrect. Carlisle. The most common first name, Bennett.
James.
James is correct. James Monroe, Polk, Buchanan, Garfield, Carter, and Madison. Because it's made of volcanic glass filled with gas bubbles, this rock can actually float. Sam? I'm going to take that as incorrect. Sorry. What is this, Bennett?
Pumice.
Pumice is this form of lava, sometimes used as an abrasive. Tom Wingfield works in a warehouse. His mother wants him to bring home a gentleman caller for his sister Laura.
The Glass Menagerie.
The Glass Menagerie is the Tennessee Williams play. Good for you. It is an English word with 3 sets of doubled letters in a row. O's, K's, and E's. And then
Bookkeeper?
Morgan. Bookkeeper, yes, that's the synonym for accountant. Good for you. In 1958, 1 year after the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the United States launched its first satellite. What was it called? Bennett?
Telstar.
Not Telstar, no. Sorry. Cedar Crest? Danny?
Voyager 1.
No, sorry, it's actually the Explorer 1. He lived longer than any other president and died December 26, 2006 at the age of 93. Sam?
Ronald Reagan.
Not he, no. Who was president from 1974 to 1977? Bennett.
Ford.
Gerald Ford is correct. The name means ancient life, and it lasted from about 540 billion to 250 billion years ago. What era precedes the Mesozoic era and is the oldest of the three eras of life? Sam?
The Paleozoic.
Paleozoic is correct. Willie Stark is the ruthless and corrupt governor. Danny?
All the King's Men.
All the King's Men is the Robert Warren's novel. It was the case that laid down the separate but equal doctrine overturned. Bennett?
Plessy v. Ferguson.
Plessy v. Ferguson is correct. And on that correct answer, that sound takes us to the end of the round. What a fantastic first match, 100 to 80. But we have a lot more game coming up, including the one-on-one rapid fire in just a matter of minutes when WGAL8 Brainbusters continues following this break.
WGAL8 Brainbusters will return after this. The final four teams in the WGAL8 Brainbusters tournament will win cash grants. The third and fourth place teams will receive $1,000 each. The second place team will receive $3,000. And the WGAL8 Brainbusters champions will receive $5,000 in grant money. Now, here's Rich with our coaches and alternates.
Hi, thanks for staying with us. You know, many people often ask me, how do I become a Brainbusters player? Well, first you have to be a high school student, and second you have to meet up with the coaches, like today's coaches. First, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Matt Fonstock. He's the gifted support teacher at Carlisle, always a great supporter of the show, and really thank you very much for being here. And he brought a new alternate, Charlie Carlton. Great to have you here. You're active in the improv comedy group that Mr. Fonstock directs at Carlisle. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting your team. And next to Charlie is Mr. Shane Thomas, a noted coach of Quiz Bowl and always a great supporter of our show. Thank you very much. He's the math and gifted resource teacher at Cedar Crest. Okay, well, currently, as you can see, Carlisle has a slight lead of just 20 points, 100 to Cedar Crest 80, but everything can change now because it's time to pit our individual players against each other in our one-on-one rapid fire round. First, we're going to say hello to Morgan Pontius, and she's a senior, and welcome back. It's nice to have you here. So I understand, Morgan, that you are an avid gardener?
I am.
Is there any specialty?
I have a particular favoritism for roses, and I cultivate them, actually.
Well, then may I ask you some advice? I'm having trouble with my knockout roses. What can I do about them?
Well, you got to make sure that your soil is actually a little bit acidic. Pennsylvania has a lot of limestone under houses, so it can actually neutralize the soil. So I recommend throwing some coffee grounds actually into your soil, and it'll kind of even it out.
Use coffee grounds, I
Yes.
assume. All right, well, thanks for the advice. I appreciate it. Samuel Joffe, grade 11. Great to have you back. I really appreciate it. You apparently have had a lot of experiences at national parks, and you told me before the show that you visited up to 18, but recently went to Montana?
Yeah, we went to Glacier National Park over the summer. And we did a lot of hiking, and we were there for 5 days. And I think so far it's definitely my favorite now of the national parks I've been to.
And you've been to Utah as well?
Yeah, I have
It's
been.
on my list. Well, good for you. It's a place where I'd like to go. Well, I hope you're ready, Morgan and Sam, as we put you two one-on-one. A former Senate Majority Leader and the 1996 Republican nominee for president, he championed the food stamp program, bringing awareness to disabilities and sending troops to foreign conflicts. Who is this World War II hero who was married to former U.S. Secretary of Transportation Elizabeth and who died at age 98 in December 2021? Sam?
MacArthur.
Not he, no, sorry. Morgan, do you have any idea? Morgan?
John McCain.
No, sorry, but good guess. It was Bob Dole. Elizabeth Dole was the former U.S. Secretary of Transportation. For the answer to this question, go way back to the 19th century. On May 31st, 1889, the South Fork Dam on Lake Conemaugh broke, and 2,209 people died in this town. Where in Pennsylvania? Morgan?
Pittsburgh.
Not Pittsburgh, no, sorry. Sam, any idea? Sam?
Allentown.
No, it's Johnstown, the famous Johnstown flood. And finally, in physics, it is the quantity of matter in a body, regardless of volume or any forces. Sam?
Mass.
Mass is correct. Good for you. 100 to 90. Now let's meet our two captains. So first from Carlisle, it's a pleasure to welcome back Dervla Dolan, and you are a junior, and you've been in other competitions, and I'm quite interested in the academic decathlon. It's a statewide competition. Enlighten us about this.
Well, it's a little hard to pitch because it takes, you take 8 multiple choice tests and then or 7 multiple choice tests. You write an essay, interview, and a speech. But it's actually pretty fun.
And is this a national? Does it turn national after statewide?
It does turn national. We didn't make it, but I did get a statewide medal in essay.
Is there a particular theme each year?
This year it's water.
Water, so saving water and saving, basically dealing with climate change. Dervla, thank you very much. Danny Peelan, he's the captain from Cedar Crest. You're a junior. Great to have you here. Now, you know, I'm always impressed, you know, with our players here. They're very busy. They're great students. They're involved in high academics. But here you're telling me that you play volleyball both for school and a club. That's got to be a lot of time to devote to.
Yeah, so like I have practices every day after school for volleyball for school, and you know I played for a club team during the winter, so it's a lot of time. But I manage to balance schoolwork, you know, get it done before practice or after practice. And
you get your homework done?
yes.
And you sleep enough?
7 hours if you count it.
Oh, that's
It's
impressive.
good,
That's more than I. Danny and Dervla, good luck to both of you as we put you two one-on-one. It's a 9-letter word from the Greek words for sacred ruler. It describes an arrangement of items or people represented as being above, below. Dervla.
Hierarchy?
Hierarchy are at the same level as one another, usually according to status or authority. Good for you. Good anticipation. It's an investment scheme in which new investors are used to pay off old ones. Danny.
Ponzi
A
scheme?
Ponzi scheme. Bernard Madoff's scheme was among the largest of the 20th century. And now it's time for the Millersville Epic Question of the Week.
It has a half-life of 5,730 years. It has an isotope of carbon most commonly used in the radioactive dating of archaeological objects. What form of carbon is it?
Danny.
Carbon-14.
You are correct, of course. Look at you. You tied the score with that correct answer, 110 to 110. And now let's meet our third players, Bennett. Bennett Shine is a junior from Carlisle. And Bennett, I guess we can say we're lucky you're here because you are quite the competitor because you were competing in another competition and almost couldn't make it here.
Yes, well, I was in New York yesterday and had to take a train down. It was scheduled to come in at 10, but it was train number 655 and it was put right next to train number 55. So long story short, I missed the train I was supposed to be on, had to get put on another one and didn't get in until 1 o'clock this morning.
But you're here, you're standing, and you're okay,
Yes.
and you did very well in that first round of
Thank
play.
you.
Thank you for being here. Reed Fretz is a sophomore from Cedar Crest, and you also are an athlete. Now, you're in track and field, and when you told me that you do, in my opinion, some of the most difficult events, hurdles, long jump, and pole vault. And in terms of pole vault, that takes a lot of upper body strength, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of upper body strength, core strength, even jumping strength to get up there, and just coordination and technique. So it's a very involved event.
Who convinced you to start up with pole vault?
First day of practice, my freshman year, my coach said, "You look like a pole vaulter," and I've been hooked ever since.
Oh, good. I like that. All right, hopefully Bennett and Reed are going to be hooked on these 3 questions as we put you two one-on-one. In February 2022, Putin and this French president sat at a very long table. Bennett. Macron in Moscow to discuss Ukraine. The current president of France is indeed Emmanuel Macron. You've just walked 5 miles to the, you've just walked 5 kilometers to the nearest mile. How far have you walked, Reed? 3 miles, 3.10686 to be exact. And finally, they call themselves simply the Society of Friends, but they're better known by another name. Bennett.
Jacobins?
Oh, no, sorry. What is this religious group founded by George Fox in 1646? Reed.
The Quakers?
The Quakers is correct. Good for you. 10 more points, giving you a lead of just 10 points, 120 to 130. It's now time to pick up the pace and play today's 60-second team lightning round. Dervla, your team is behind at this point, but only by 10 points. So you will select first among these 3 quizzes. We have Horsing Around, Shall We Dance, and the Iron Age.
Iron Age?
The Iron Age. If you have an iron will and a sense of irony, you may do well on this quiz. So for 10 points each, identify these people, places, and things associated with the word iron. Dervla, I take your answer as the team's answer. Morgan and Bennett are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. Complete the series, Stone Age, Bronze Age, and? Correct. Robert Downey Jr. has started.
Iron Man.
Iron Man, yes. In this sport, you might use a 5 iron or 9 iron.
Golf.
Golf, yes. The atomic number of iron, 16, 26, or 36?
36.
26. In the Civil War, it was a kind of ship. In court, it's kind of ally.
Ironsides.
No,
Ironclad.
ironclad. This blood disease is also called iron deficiency.
Anemia.
Correct. A Prussian, now German military award.
Bismarck. Wait, no.
Pass.
Iron Cross. It's another name for iron pyrites. It looks like gold, but it's not.
Pass.
Fool's gold. The airtight metal tank
Pyrite.
helps a patient inhale and exhale.
Iron lung.
Iron lung.
Iron lung is correct. He united Germany as the Iron
Bismarck.
Chancellor.
Bismarck.
Bismarck is correct. There's an iron atom at the center of this blood molecule.
Hemoglobin.
Correct. The iron was retired as a token in this game in 2013 and replaced by a cat.
Clue.
No, Monopoly. In this 1999 animated movie, a boy finds a robot from outer space.
Iron Giant.
Correct. In Dumas's novel, he is the illegitimate
The
son
Man
of
in
Lu-
the Iron Mask.
Correct. In Moby Dick, when Ahab refers to an iron, he's talking about this.
Harpoon.
Harpoon, yes, a medieval instrument of torture or torturous heavy metal group. It was Iron Maiden. 10 correct. 100 points came your way. Danny, you and your team have your work cut out for you with horsing around, or shall we dance?
We'll go with horsing around.
Horsing around. Even if you've never ridden a horse, you may have more horse sense than you think. For 10 points each, identify these things about horses. Danny, I take your answer as the team's answer. Sam and Reed are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. A horse's 4 basic gaits are the walk, the trot, the canter, and
Gallop.
Gallop.
gallop is correct. Hooved animals that walk on their toes like horses.
Pass.
Ungulates. It's the sound a horse makes.
Neigh.
Neigh is correct. A unit of 4 inches used to measure horses.
Hand.
Hand, yes, the height of a horse is measured here where the neck meets the back.
Nape.
Withers. A horse less than 58 inches high is called
Pony.
pony. A baby horse under a year old.
Foal, I think.
Foal.
Foal, yes. Horses belong to this scientific genus.
Equus.
Equus, yes. For 3-year-old horses, it's the run for the roses.
Kentucky Derby.
Correct. The Olympic event sometimes called horse ballet.
Equestrian.
Dressage. Godolphin Barb, Darley Arabian, and Byerly Turk were the first 3.
Triple Crown winners.
Thoroughbreds. This is the part of the horse's mane that falls forward between the ears.
Pass.
The forelock. A pale golden or tan-colored horse or pony with a white mane and tail, originally bred in the southwestern U.S.
Mustang.
Palomino. This horse came from Palouse River country of the Pacific Northwest. The Appaloosa. A little stumbling, but 7 correct, so 70 points came your way. Look at those scores. 220 to 200. We still have a lot more game left. So it's now time first to reveal today's bonus Brainbuster category. So during our break, each team member will wager 0, 5, or 10 points based on their knowledge of investors. That's a good category for everyone. So we'll have the bonus Brainbuster and, of course, the all-important Final Frenzy when this fantastic game between Carlisle and Cedar Crest continues after this break.
Watch all this season's episodes of WGAL 8 Brainbusters anytime on WGAL.com. Our online home also includes our tournament schedule and a chance to learn more about the show and host Rich Rosen. Go to WGAL.com and click on Brainbusters.
Well, hi, everyone. Thanks for coming back to our first of our playoff games here between Carlisle and Cedar Crest. We have a great game going, 220 to 200, and we still have more rounds to come up, beginning now with today's bonus Brainbuster. Our team's locked in their wagers for today's category of investors. We're going to head into the News 8 newsroom with Paola Tristan Arruda. She has today's question. Paola.
Thanks, Rich. In his annual letter to shareholders released on Saturday, February 26, 2022, this 91-year-old investing legend listed Apple under the heading R4 Giants and even called the company the second most important after Berkshire's cluster of insurers, who is the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. Again, in his annual letter to shareholders released on Saturday, February 26, 2022, this 91-year-old investing legend listed Apple under the heading R4 Giants and even called the company the second most important after Berkshire's cluster of insurers, who is the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. Good luck with your answer, and now back to Studio A. Rich?
Thanks, Paola. Good luck, teams. We'll give you about 5 seconds. Oh, wait. Here. We have 6 confident players here. All right, Morgan, do you know who this famous investor is? Warren Buffett, of course. You didn't wager anything. Conservative wager, keeping your points to be stable. Dervla? Buffett, 0 points also. Bennett, did you come up with Warren Buffett? You did with a 5-point wager. Okay, so we're going to add 5 points to your score, taking you to 225. Sam, Warren Buffett? No, sorry, but there's a 0-point wager. Danny, you wrote your answer immediately. Warren Buffett, yes, a 5-point wager for you. And you said Warren Buffett with no wager. Look at that, 225 to 205. It's anybody's game. Who's going to come back for the championship round? Well, we're going to find out momentarily, because here comes today's final frenzy, 20-point questions. Maria Theresa ruled this country for 40 years. Danny. Austria is correct. C2H4OH2 is ethylene glycol, a substance used in millions of automobiles. What is the more common name for ethylene glycol? Morgan?
Gasoline.
No, sorry, incorrect. Cedar Crest, Reed?
Diesel?
No, you're both incorrect. It's antifreeze. He was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 5 times, in 1937, 38, 39, 47, and a few days before his assassination in 1948. Danny?
Gandhi.
Gandhi's the one. This legislation tried to appease the southern slave states by creating 2 new territories. Sam?
The Kansas-Nebraska Act.
Correct for another 20 points. Its capital is located where the Blue Nile and White Nile come together. Danny?
Sudan.
Sudan. It has its capital at Khartoum. He lost to FDR in 44 and then to Harry Truman in 48. Bennett?
Dewey.
He's the one. In 2009, after almost 300 years of Danish rule, it became self-governing, the first step toward independence. Sam?
Greenland.
Greenland. It's generated by a genodynamo, electric currents created by the motion of the molten iron in the Earth's outer core. Sam again.
Magnetic field.
Correct again. Thornton Wilder's play Our Town is set in the little town of Grover's Corners. Bennett.
Grover's Corners.
Oh, sorry. In what New England state, Cedar Crest? Danny? New Hampshire, yes. In a 36-day battle, one of the bloodiest in the Pacific War, almost 7,000 Americans died and all but 212 of the 22,000 Japanese defenders in 1945. Sam?
Midway.
Oh, no, sorry. For what volcanic island were they fighting, Carlisle? Bennett?
Iwo Jima.
Correct. Born Isabella Bomb-Free, she took a new name.
Sojourner Truth.
Sojourner Truth. In 1977, it became the first human-powered aircraft to successfully complete a controlled and sustained flight. What was this landmark in aviation history? And we stumped you on the Gossamer Kondo. At the center of the black hole is a point with 0 volume and infinite density. Sam?
Singularity.
Correct. In 2008, Intel replaced the silicon in its computer chips with this element to create smaller and smaller microchips. A transition metal, Sam again.
Gallium.
Oh, no, sorry. A transition metal with atomic number 72 and symbol HF. What is it, Carlisle? We stumped you on hafnium. Marc Chagall designed 12 of them for Hebrew University in Jerusalem.
Like
Danny?
glass windows.
What kind?
Like rose glass windows.
No, sorry. What artistic and architectural features are most associated with medieval churches? Bennett?
Stained glass windows.
Stained glass windows is correct, yes. One is the and that sound takes us to the end of the round and to the end of the game. Wow, what a match. Cedar Crest, you stormed ahead in that round. You really came alive, and you are coming to the championship round. We have some final words in just a short moment or two.
Scorekeeping for WGAL8 Brainbusters, presented by Jennings College Consulting, where students discover the right college fit for the future. We'll return after this. Welcome back to WGAL8 Brainbusters, the Susquehanna Valley's longest-running high school quiz show. Once again, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Wow, what a match. Well, Cedar Crest stormed ahead fantastically well in that final round, and they are coming back for the championship round with a chance to win up to $5,000. But don't worry, Carlisle, we are not sending them away empty-handed. They are going to earn $1,000. We congratulate them. We congratulate all our teams coming up on the next Brainbusters. Lancaster Mennonite versus Trinity. See you then.